Alright, here is our bag of questions. We appreciate all the questions that were submitted, and I'm sure we have more than enough, so we're gonna pick one at random. And no, this doesn't mean you're the winner if this is your questions. It's just one of many. So, question is, now that you've completed 1 year of marriage, what advice would you give a couple just starting their first year?
Oh my gosh. I don't think a year was enough for me to give advice.
Whenever you're going into your first year of marriage, just know that whether you're completely the same kind of personality or opposites like us, communication is huge.
I meant to steal yours. I mean,
What? Cheater.
yep.
Alright. Guess that's our collective answer. Alright, we are 5 hours away from our destination. Ryan is
Tired.
very tired. We're going to pick another question. I'll let you pick it.
Do you ever plan to move back to the Midwest, or is Louisiana your permanent place? How do you like the weather? Oh my gosh, how do you like the weather there? Any scary storms? Do you miss the snow? Do you think Ryan would survive a cold Wisconsin winter? I can answer all of these. Do you plan on moving back to the Midwest or Louisiana? I love my in-laws. Most people can't stand their in-laws. I absolutely adore mine. I would love to move back to the Midwest. I'm just going to skip to this cold weather. I'll put up with the cold better than she does.
Any scary storms? No. The flooding we had before we left is probably the most rain I've ever seen.
But she is terrified of even the thought of a tropical storm.
I don't want to deal with that. Heck
They're
no.
so much fun.
How do you like the weather there? Winter was fabulous because it was super long, and as opposed to Wisconsin, this winter here was, well, beautiful. So
Yes.
it won't last like that for long, but yeah, it's been pretty bearable, and we'll get our fair share of heat this summer. So my turn. You hold the bag. No, you hold the bag. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, we are at Rock City, and we will show you some more views later. Okay. What was the biggest disagreement you have had to date, and how long was it before you finally did get into agreement about that particular issue?
Kitchen?
If it's to date, truly to date, that's probably to explain really quick, probably the biggest disagreement we had was just like before we even could really, I guess, get along in the kitchen, there was some disagreements about how to, you know...
My way's the right way, no, my way's the right way.
Right. That lasted, I think, maybe half a day.
Yeah, because I just straight up walked out on you. I was like, fine, guess what? You get to cook alone.
And then he just ignored me, and then later we were at the store, and then we just stopped, parked, and reconciled, pretty much. So. Okay, we have another...
Oh my gosh, quit announcing the question.
We have a question.
I'm editing that. Have you found yourselves to be more alike or more different than you thought? More different in every possible way. So we can't go into detail of all the things because we don't have time, but different.
Very
in
different.
a lot of ways.
Okay, we just got back from Rock City. Here's from the side. Rock City. Lots to
And
show.
also Starbucks right over there.
Yes.
Hence the first Trenta I've ever seen.
Trenta.
Trenta,
Right.
whatever.
Alright, here we go. Has the cooking gotten better or worse? Uh-oh. I guess I'm not the one to answer that question. I would like to say it's gotten...
Much better.
Can't see your face.
What? No way.
Go in there.
First meal she ever cooked was lasagna, and no offense, babe, but it was terrible. She admits it too. It was dry, no meat, no sauce, all noodles. It got way better.
End of story. Here we're at Ramses Cascade. What would you be doing right now if anything was possible, individually and as a couple? Well, considering that we've gone somewhere where I've never been, I think I would be traveling, honestly. And so technically, I guess we are doing that. But if I could do anything, I would be starting a business. I'd be giving jobs to other people.
She's so selfless. I'm so selfish.
And, well, I'd be indulging in all the stuff that I think is cool.
Mine's way more selfish. I would either be on some crazy mountain excursion, or I would be underneath the earth in some crazy cavern excursion. And as far as a couple, what would we be doing, babe?
Bora Bora?
Yeah, that's right. New Zealand. We'd be in New Zealand.
Oh, you're so right, New Zealand. Which would be my mountain excursion, so.
Cool.
Well, anyway, we're gonna continue up the trail. What is something that you learned about each other that surprised you in this first year of marriage? All right, so while I love the great outdoors, I spent most of my life outside, believe it or not, for all you people that know me as a gamer. Just to let you know, it's just that I don't have woods behind my house anymore. But you put this in my backyard, look where I'm at. I'm not playing a video game. But while we are stuck in the apartment and I am playing video games like crazy, I'm actually surprised at how accepting she is to it, believe it or not. And actually, she has played Minecraft with me a few times, so I'm surprised about that.
That's so funny that you say that, because literally I'm thinking about the times where he's playing video games and how he's actually not upset when I ask him to turn him off, you know, like, because you see guys that are just absorbed in the game so much, and yeah, there's sometimes where he's like, yeah, I'm coming. The fact that, you know, he will, without a doubt, turn off the video games if there's a moment for quality time, moments to do things that are more meaningful together.
Well, that's a jerk move not doing it. I understand that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking, like, guys are going to be so absorbed that they're like, really, I just want to finish this, or, you know, give some sort of lame excuse, but he doesn't do that, so.
So, big tree, big question. How do you handle balancing just you time and us time without feeling like you were ditching the other person? Well, ironically, we had a discussion about this. I'm playing a game and she's like doing something, like, man, I feel like I'm ditching her. But then literally she just admits that, just a few days ago we were talking about, she admits that actually sometimes I just want to have my alone time. I'm like, will you tell me that please? Because then I can actually be like, oh, I'm free to just have fun with my friends online.
Us time happens, obviously, all the time, unintentionally.
Yes.
And then, yeah, we get our own alone time.
Here we are in front of Bullfish.
What is the biggest misconception about marriage you have realized this first year?
The biggest misconception? Maybe we should have read this one before we read it.
Probably thinking that...
Oh, stop right there, babe.
I see. With all the changes that we've experienced between my job and Ryan's job and all that kind of stuff, I just, you know that life happens and it's unpredictable, but I think that there was probably the, thought that it would be predictable. You know, that, okay, the first year we might have troubles learning about each other, but as far as life, yeah, we'll be set, And it's not that we were ever suffering, it's just that, life took quite a few turns when it came to our jobs and stuff. The question is, which one of you drives more when you're going someplace together? It is obviously Ryan. This whole entire trip, he drove probably 90% of the time. And
she hates driving.
The less driving I have to do, the better.
Hello.
What husband and wife, past or present, other than family or friends, best describes the two of you? We would have to be a mixture of two couples. Jill and Tim from Home Improvement, and Claire and Dr. Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Don't ask me why, but I think that that's the best I can do as far as how we could make our own couple that best describes us.
I know why. I have an internal black zone.
The best person actually fictionally that describes him is only partially 75% Sheldon.
Oh my gosh.
He's not that arrogant. Yeah, we were just saying he's not. No.
What a jerk.
We decided to make it to, what is this place? Clingman's Dome, North Carolina, apparently. So we kind of went over to Tennessee here. Hey, we got a question for you. What you got?
Okay, the question is, what's the best way to make Ryan laugh, and what's the best way to make Audrey laugh? It's just whenever I am in a crabby mood and I start, I guess when I whine or pout and stuff like that. I know that's kind of a lame excuse, but typically my facial expressions will just make him chuckle.
If she's being a baby about something, it makes me chuckle. But there was this one instance, it's whenever she's being cute. We both woke up at the same time to get up for work in the morning, and she was just kind of in a mood. She had a tude this morning, and I'm like...
Because I usually had my own space, my own... room to do everything in the way that I would do it.
And usually, like, if somebody has a mood, they can stay in that mood, but when you acknowledge the mood,
it usually escalates to something greater. So I was like, I'm taking a chance by doing this, but I asked the question, I'm like, why are you so cranky this morning? And I'm waiting for a blow-up answer, like, you know, and she's like, because I have my cranky pants on! And I lost it. I just started dying laughing. I was like, that was the cutest thing. As far as things to make her laugh, anything.
I can think of one thing when you talk in a Chinese accent.
Chinese accent. Almost run out of gas. Now we can't put this on YouTube, so we're done.
Check out my new GoPro! Kidding, it's my phone. Actually, it is the last day of our trip, but it is the day of our anniversary. Ironically, we're heading home. But don't worry, we did something fun on the last day. We did some caving, spelunking, if you wanted to be scientific, which I think that's just a scientific exploration. So no, we didn't do spelunking, we did caving. We have the last question for you, being that this is the last question.
Oh, no, you're driving.
The last question will be the winner. So, congratulations to
Kirsty Erickson.
Congratulations, Kirsty Erickson.
Nice.
You won yourself a box of taffy from Tennessee. I hope you like vanilla, strawberry, rum, chocolate, and
And surprise flavor!
And it's surprise flavor, yay!
Anyway, the question is, do you like sharing the bathroom? There's two questions, actually. Do you like sharing the bathroom, or do you need your own space?
So, there's really no problem in the bathroom. I'm quick, so sorry. My GoPro is 2 Pro. I'm super quick, so that doesn't give her any problems. And she, for the most part, gets out of my way whenever I need to do my, I don't know, quick whatever, brush my hair, brush my teeth.
Yeah, I think the only time we get in each other's way when we brushed our teeth.
We
started at the same time, and then we're kind of looking at each other like.
Family who brushes their teeth together stays together.
So we've had some very funny
just made that up.
So clearly, no problems there. Now the next question is, what annoys you the most about each other? Now keep it to one thing, because
Oh please. Do you know it? Do you know anything? I know, I'm flawless. It'd be hard. She's got to think for a while.
I hate it when he leaves his belts on the bathroom countertop.
When my mom watches this, she's gonna say, "Amen, sister." Been doing it since I was a kid.
Now, it doesn't mean he doesn't leave other stuff in other places, but that's one thing that it's like his
Hang my underwear on the fan, you know.
No, he doesn't. Or personally, I don't like it when he cuts me off a conversation to explain something in his own way, or what he would probably consider the more efficient way of communicating.
Sometimes I see that it is very needed, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I was a jerk.
No, in fact, anytime you cut me off is when it's annoying, whether it's appropriate or not.
And the thing about her that annoys me is, I think it's not her, it's all women. It's a woman condition, is how sensitive sometimes. Like, for instance, she cooks something for dinner. It's not her own recipe. She took it from somebody else. Now, she's gotten a lot better at this over the year. But in the beginning, let's say she got something from Pinterest, and she cooked it up, and I'm like, oh man, this recipe was terrible. Because it was like, I'm like, who would put these ingredients together? It just tasted bad. And she would get upset and be like, you don't like my cooking. I'm like, I have nothing against your cooking. This is somebody else's cooking. It's somebody else's recipe. It's disgusting. You just followed stupidity. Whoever stupidity this was, you blindly followed it because you never knew. That's not your fault, it's their fault. But she would get offended by it. So like, that ease, it's so sensitive. You know?
When my mom watches this, she's going to say, yes, women are sensitive.
When any woman watches this, they're going to say, yes, women are sensitive. When Pastor watches this, he's going to say, Ryan, you're an idiot.
We'll cut ourselves off there.